Yo, 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 YouTube, YT, what it do? It's your boy Bakari the Moore coming back at you. All right, I'm gonna have this quick conversation with you real fast. Let me look at the time. Yep, and then I'm gonna do this room. We gonna be here just for a couple of minutes, but I just want to bring some perspective. All right, to a certain conversation. I've heard it this weekend actually, and it was disturbing what the person was saying because he was just basically saying, and I don't, I don't agree. I don't think that a lot of people feel like that. A lot of people like me, they not overzealously filled with hatred. So, and let me put this in context. What I'm speaking about is the young lady Iryana, that just got killed in Charlotte. Got stabbed on the bus by the boy DeCarlos Brown Jr. Now, this is what I just want to basically say, right? What I want to basically say is that, first of all, I'm going to speak on how I feel, the reality of the situation, and these certain type of people that look like me that do these certain type of things, right? So, how I feel about it, it's a tragedy. I saw the tape. I'm a realist type of individual, you know what I mean? And I like to treat people how I want to be treated. That's just my opinion. So, I think it was terrible what happened to the young lady, man. Condolences to her family and to her friends, man. Ukrainian young lady, she ain't had no family out here. She just coming from work on the train, and some dude just take out a knife and unalive this young lady. Now, for the narrative of shout out my brother Demcat. A lot of times I don't agree with Demcat, but when you brothers and you people, sometimes that happen. You just don't. You agree to disagree. So the other gentleman was Gotham something on Instagram, and I just simply don't agree that black people are happy that this dude stabbed this young girl. First of all, I'm going to tell you just about me. Where I'm from, she was an easy target. You know what I mean? He did it from the back. It was nothing that you would salute somebody with, like they did something in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like they was standing front line and no. This dude stabbed a young lady. It was cowardice. You know what I mean? I don't agree with it. I wouldn't celebrate it. And nothing of the such. But it seems that these people that think that they have a conservative ideology, they jump so far on the conservative train to where they ignorantly start to speak right-wing talking points. Demcat talked about it's a demographic of people and it's certain places you can go. You know what I mean? When you're in the urban and you're in the rural, well, Just the whole, I don't like the optics. I don't like the optics of hearing stuff like that from people that look like me. The other brother was saying there's black people that's going around celebrating what that brother did to her. And he was saying that, to me, he was just spewing like a divisive ignorance about black folks that he tired of. And again, I'm a nigga from the hood. I don't live like that no more. But I understand the politics and the rhyme and the reason of why people do things. So from the outside looking in, when you ain't from the land and the soil, it might look like some dumbass what you think is black on black crime. But it's just gang war. So to hear Demcat and his other brother speak about how nobody basically helped her because she was a white woman getting stabbed, I think it's a dangerous, false narrative that both of them should watch with sharing. Because I don't feel like, if you've seen the tape, it happened so fast that when it happened to her, from what I saw, she didn't yell out like, "Oh my God, he stabbed me." She didn't say nothing like that. She just like kind of sat there and took it. Maybe it's because she was in shock. I'll say she didn't make an outburst, say, "Ouch, oh my God, he's stabbing me, ah." So if you seen it, the tape, it happened so fast. Who could have saved her? Who could have known dude was finna do that? And I feel like people should have came to their aid. What you see, people, once they recognize what was going on, then they tried to come to the young girl's aid. Now, this is what I want to say. And this is why I have to contest with people, melanated people that conserve and have that conservative, they consume and have that conservative ideology, right? And I want to talk about things of history and how Negroes like them two brothers, they sweep history under the rug like that never happened, but they talk about 2025 as if we just got here out of nowhere. Now, what I would like to bring, wasn't it a custom in America where the whole town would watch a black person get burned at the stake, get lynched? They used to make, what was it? They used to make postcards out of the alligator babies. I'll throw that in there for, honorable mention. And you guys used to make postcards of lynching black men, so-called black men, the indigenous people to the lands. You guys cheered, celebrated in a mass. Some pictures, you can't even tell how many of them Neanderthals is out there during that lynching. It's so many of them. It's like the whole town came out and watched somebody be lynched and unalived. And here, Negroes, you know what I mean? We can look at Nat Turner. They cut them in 1,000 pieces. We can look at the book, The Delectable Negro, where we was considered to be a delicacy. So how soon these conservative Negroes forget history and they consume these right-wing talking points, and they come out here and just spit this ignorance because they've been brainwashed by Fox News. So I want to say, Demcat, where the hell was, and that was in the last 100 years, where the hell was people to come out and help us? when we had everything going against us. And then y'all act like that same type of ideology and behavior ain't here right now. Hypocrisy, hypocrisy, hypocrisy. So, to you, I know y'all conservatives can't stand this talking point. But to you supposedly woke right-wingers that think you coming up here talking about nobody came to save this white girl, black people are celebrating this white girl got stabbed and unalived. That's disgusting. Nobody wants to. Why did the girl deserve it? I don't think she deserved it. She looked like she was just sitting there minding her business. So it's very dangerous and neglectful, right? Negligence. You're practicing negligence by putting out a narrative that black folks is happy to see this little Ukrainian girl, that Moors is happy to see this little Ukrainian girl. She came from Ukraine. What she ever did to a nigga in America? So for y'all to reserve this narrative and talking point, the divisiveness, y'all always talk about somebody dividing somebody. And I'm independent. I'm not on the left or the right. I can't stand both of them at times. But I wanted to just basically say that. And we got documentation, you crazy right-wing black conservative YouTubers and niggas that do Instagram. We got documentation of how they used to do our people. And they tell us to get over it. And lynching, that happened after so-called slavery. So that's just something I want to think about. I want to shout out to that young lady from Ukraine, Iryana, I believe her name might be. Rest in peace, young lady. I hate to see what happened to you, and I wish it didn't. I don't think the dude was some type of black hero or nothing like that. That's cowardice what he did. And I'll stand on that, and whoever got a problem, you know where you can meet me at. But we don't celebrate coward stuff as if it's something tough guy. We don't do that. The real niggas don't, at least. And them gay keyboard warriors that hide and all that, they'll celebrate something disgusting like that. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to turn into the devil. Now, if it was somebody that deserved it, if it was a man that deserved it, he was doing messed up stuff, hey, man, life happens. You know what I mean? But to put out a narrative that is people like me out here celebrating that little girl losing her life, and people like me wouldn't have came out to help that girl if I was sitting there. That's disgusting, damn cat. Because you go around and you live by them pale people and you feel like you closer to God when you live and you work and you do stuff with them, damn cat. Don't mean everybody that look like us, bro, is the devil. So that's all I'm just trying to say with this video. Peace and love. It's your boy, Bakari. Be the more. Coming back at you, man. Bakari back. Peace and love.